everybody, welcome back. It's results day for week 2 on my journey to Countdown to D's Day. Today is January 28th, 2019 when I'm recording this video, and I'm excited to share with you how my week went and what I'm going to be doing next week. And I have a few other interesting little things to share with you. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you can be notified of when I go live or when I upload new videos. And don't forget to hit the like button. It shows support for my channel and I really appreciate it. One of the things I do on my channel is that I look for commenter of the week, and I will be looking for those who are watching my videos, liking, commenting, engaging in conversation. Also on Instagram, not just YouTube, but between YouTube and Instagram and on my social media, just someone who's going to be showing support, engaging in conversation, helping me to build this community here on YouTube. If I see that you are doing that and we select you for commenter of the week, then I will give your channel a shout out on my channel. And I hope that that would give you some support for your channel and your platform. So with that said, this week's shout out goes to Keto for Deb. And I don't upload a lot of videos. I'm not doing a daily vlog, but when my videos went up, she was there and she had made some comments to my videos, and she was just the one that just kept popping up. And I wanted to give her a shout out and some love this week. She is on a keto journey and she is 60 and she started a keto journey in 2018. And so you follow along with her. She gives you regular updates about what her progress is and what she's doing. And I encourage you to go check her out. And Deb, if you are watching, thank you for watching me and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Okay, so on to the results. This week, my weigh-in this morning was 176. There was no change from last week. I stayed the exact same weight. My chest stayed the same at 42. My hips stayed the same at 42, but my waist went down to 39. I lost 1 inch in my waist this week. So yay!
And there was much rejoicing.
I can tell that things are happening here around my waist, and I'm very excited about that because, as you know, my goal on September 14th, 2019 is to be able to tuck a shirt in, wear a belt, and I would like it to not have to flop over. I've noticed that my taste buds have changed. I'm really able to taste things. I don't know, it sounds kind of weird. When I'm drinking a smoothie, when I am, just eating my food, I can just really taste everything. I can taste the salt, I can taste the sweetness of things. There's one smoothie I had that had a little bit of ginger in it, and I could really taste that. And the other thing that I noticed that is different is that I have a powerful nose now. It's very sensitive to smell. So I could just really smell everything. It's just like that my taste and my smell have been heightened since I stopped drinking coffee and I cut out all of sugar, processed foods, things like that, wheat. All of that has changed in just 2 weeks. So take that as a note. I don't know if you experienced that as well. I do have a dry mouth, and I know that that was something as a result of being on keto. I feel like I have cotton mouth, so maybe I'm doing something right. I found that I've been doing like kind of an intermittent fasting without even trying. Now, I'm not going for long periods of time. The longest that I have gone is 14 hours before I had something to eat. And my stomach wasn't growling, really bad. So I take that as progress. I wasn't really trying to say, I'm going to start intermittent fasting and I'm going to, start here. I think I just noticed that I had been doing it. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a result of my body trying to reset itself from what I've been doing. But this week was the week that I had eased back into food. I came off the juice fast and I started easing back into food. I started with some soups. By the end of the week, I was back into the keto diet. I'm wondering if there might be a problem because I run into this a lot. I've always run into when I would switch up and go to keto, I was having a problem meeting my calories. Not necessarily my macro proportions, but just the calories always ended up being kind of low in the beginning. So here's what I'm doing. My macros, the way I've had them set up, and I see the pie chart at the end of the day, and everything looks really good. The proportions, it's high fat, moderate protein, and low carbs. But this week I had trouble getting over 1,000 calories. Now I don't know, is that going to affect things? I mean, I still had a non-scale victory. I still lost an inch in my waist, but one day I was at about 827 calories after a 14-hour fast. That's all. So I had a 14-hour fast. I consumed 827 calories. And I didn't feel like I was hungry. I didn't feel stuffed. I ate when I was hungry. So I don't know. When I logged everything in and I looked at what I ate, I was surprised that it was as low as it was. And then yesterday, I only had 1,027 calories, and that was a 13-hour fast. I set my calorie level at 1,300 calories, and I'm having trouble getting over 1,000. So today I started, after a 14-hour fast, I started with a breakfast that was an avocado cut in half, and then I put 2 eggs in the well of the avocado and topped it with bacon and some pink Himalayan salt. So I did that, and I haven't had anything to eat since then. I haven't really been hungry. That was at 10 o'clock. Now I'm working my way, it's around 2:30 or so I'm kind of ready to eat again. I can kind of feel like, I think I might be ready for something to eat. So I'm a little bit confused about all of this. My proportions, I have high fat, moderate protein. I'm staying around 20 carbs. I don't know, maybe y'all can help me with that. Some of you keto dieters, keto lifestyle people that have been in this for a while, maybe you can give me some advice in this area. I don't want to be too concerned about it. I don't want to stress about it. I would love a little bit of advice or input. If you're watching this at this point, if you could drop down in the comments, give me a little bit of advice in this area. So next week, I'm going to stay going in the keto direction, and I want to get on a more regular keto diet, incorporating, getting into a little bit of a regular routine with a keto diet. I am still going to get 6 or more hours of sleep a night, and I'm going to be taking a nap in the afternoon for about 20 minutes. So that's what I'm doing, and that is helping when I get sleep, when I get a good amount of sleep, that helps with cravings. This weekend, Friday, Saturday was really hard for me. Those 2 days, I was wanting something sweet. I was wanting chocolate. I was wanting just other things to snack on. And I think it's just because it was grocery day, and there were a lot of things that came into the house that I can't have, but my kids can. So that was a little frustrating, and I don't know if it was really that or not, or it's just because maybe it was what I was feeling, So you've heard me say this phrase, keeping my schmeck in check, and I think some things were out of order there. I don't know if it was sleep, could have been mood. So it's sleep, hunger, mood, energy, and cravings. So I'm having cravings. So I needed to figure out why these other ones were out of order. Something was out of whack there. So I think it might have been my sleep. That's usually the first thing for me. So I'm still staying away from caffeine. It's been 2 weeks since I've had caffeine. I am trying to go for a little while, at least more than 3 weeks. I've done this before. It's been a long time since I've gone off of caffeine. But this is why. Let me do a little side note here, okay? What I've learned about caffeine in the body, it takes up to 12 hours for your liver to detox a single cup of coffee. So your liver is one of your largest organs in your body. Like, liver does everything in your body. It has a big job. And for me, I don't have a gallbladder. And so my liver is going to have to pick up the slack because my gallbladder's not there. So it's going to have to do a little bit of extra work. So the years that I drink coffee and the amount that I drink a pot on my own. Now, I used to. I don't anymore. But like last year, it started creeping up a lot. And I was drinking probably 4 cups. Now I'm not talking about 4 8-ounce cups. I'm talking about, so I get a mug, especially the Christmas mugs that I have, they can be almost a bowl. But, my mug will hold at least 14 ounces Okay, and so a lot of us Americans, that's an average cup of coffee that we would pick up at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. And, here at home, I get some of my bigger mugs. They're not 8 ounces, they're almost double. So if it's going to take my liver 12 hours to detoxify my body from caffeine from one single cup of coffee, how much longer is it taking for my body to decaffeinate? Because I would have 4 to 6 cups a day and 4 to 6 mugs a day. Let me rephrase that. So that had got me thinking. I'm already have an adrenal body type. My adrenals are taxed. I have a lot of stress hormone. There's environmental stress, and then there's mental stress that I'm going through. And the caffeine is just a stress trigger for me. And I actually think, I have looked at myself here over the last couple weeks, I actually think that caffeine might be a trigger for a whole lot of other issues regarding dieting and weight loss. I just think, for energy, for cravings, that kind of thing, caffeine is a stimulant. So I do not want to artificially stimulate my body. I want my body to reset itself. That's what we're going for, metabolic renewal. So if it takes 12 hours for my liver to detoxify a single cup of coffee, it takes 7 days to decaffeinate the blood of habitual coffee drinkers. That's me. And it can take 3 weeks or more for the body's level of stress hormones, which are stimulated by caffeine, to return to normal. Okay, so I'm at the 2-week mark. I'm shooting 3 weeks, but I want to go beyond. I want to get my body to renew itself. And especially this period in my life, I am up and down with my hormones anyway, so until my body decides where it wants to land. With all of that said, I'm also going to be moving forward and taking a planking challenge that Melanie, Hinde, the Princess Ninja, she's starting a challenge on February 1st. It's a plank challenge. I say prank challenge. A plank challenge with Melanie. So all of February, we have all of this time to work up to a 2-minute plank. I haven't even gotten down to see how long I can do a plank yet. So that's going to be on my agenda this week because we are starting February 1st. Yee! Okay, so now it's time for fitness throughout the ages. Each week, I'm going to bring you some type of fitness throughout the ages. And we're going back in time to around 1400 BC in the time of the Pharaoh Dynasties in Egypt. Egyptians practiced many sports that we see today, and they made the rules and they even had uniforms. Egyptian hieroglyphics show that they practiced boxing, weightlifting, gymnastics, marathon running, swimming, shooting, fishing, as well as ball games, such as we talked about in the last video. In the week 1 recap, we had a ball game. And they started in Egypt, then moved to Phoenicia, Carthage, Greece, and Rome. And this was around the 1400 BC time. They participated in sports just with the intention of training and strengthening, but also as well as pleasure and recreation. If you'd like to read more about the ancient Egyptian sports during the time of the Pharaoh Dynasties, I have a link down in the description box, and you can go to an article that will describe more about the types of sports that they did, the types of fitness that they participated in. They even played board games. How about that? And here's my juicy tip for you this week. This is something that has really helped me, and I hope it will help you. You are good enough. You are good enough. You are good enough. There is a part of you that knows the truth. You know deep down that you're capable and powerful. You know it's time to take charge of your life. It's time to declare that you're good enough. Think about the roles you fulfill. Think of all that you do. Think of all that you're doing right now, focusing on growth and improvement of yourself. You take care of your family and your friends and so many other people. Give yourself a chance to appreciate what you do. It's time to appreciate you. You are good enough. It takes a lot of courage to write an affirmation that says, I am enough. It takes even more courage, and I dare say boldness, to look at yourself in the mirror and say it out loud, and to say, I am enough. Darlene, you're good enough. For those of you that are watching this, you are good enough. You are a worthy person. You're a valuable, worthy soul. And it's time to admit that. It's time to look at yourself and say it. I can't say it enough. If you think I'm repeating myself and being redundant, I am. Because repetition is the key. The mind believes what it receives. You need to tell yourself every day, you are enough. Write it everywhere. Put it everywhere that you can see it. Put sticky notes everywhere, all over your house, in your car, in your books, in your purse, in your wallet. Make it a screen on your phone, on your desktop, or iPad, anything. Make yourself have to see it every day, and watch how your life will change. Thank you for watching today. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you for supporting me on this journey to Countdown to D's Day. We are getting into February, which means we are getting 1 month closer to September 14th. And so I'm glad you are with me on this journey, and I will catch you in the next video.